There we go. Francois just came in. Hi, baby. Okay, so we're live. Hi, Amy. So I wanted to shoot a live into this group just to tell you a little bit about what I call my understanding in health. For me, it's been a long journey of health. I started working out at a young age because I played high competitive sports, and with that, ended up getting married, having kids, and through our son Christian, I think I had to be forced on educating myself on health because our son got diagnosed with ADHD, ADD, and what I learned from nutrition in that season really changed my body composition, but also what it really showed me is how bad our food sources are. And with this new product, GLP, a lot of people go, I'm not losing weight, or I don't notice any difference in the scale. And there's a lot that goes into this. A lot of people say they know health, but in my opinion, a lot of people don't live healthy. And hopefully today I can educate people on some of the things that I've learned that has really helped me lose weight fast, but also understanding weight loss and also how you feel and what contributes to weight loss. For me, when people say I haven't lost weight, one of the biggest questions I ask them, and the first question I ask them, how many calories are you eating? And the first thing that 99% of people say is, I don't know. Well, it's kind of very hard. Doesn't matter what product you take. If you're eating more calories and also than your daily allowance, but also if you're wanting to speed up weight loss, you have to almost go into calorie deficit. And why do people lose weight on the synthetic GLPs? Why? Because they starve themselves. Anybody that starves themselves and they're not eating calories, maybe they're eating 1,000, 500, and they're supposed to get 2,000 or 2,500 calories in a day, you're going to lose weight. But here's the thing, you're going to lose muscle. And also, my second question is, how active are you? What are you doing for exercise? And most people aren't doing anything. They're living a sedentary life. They're not moving. So today, I hope that we can help you. I can help you in things that I've learned. The first thing I want to do is habits. Look, if you get on this product and you want to super speed up your weight loss, you have to commit to eating healthier. But also you have to commit to movement. And what I can tell you is movement, the best movement and the hardest weight to lose. First off, the best movement is walking. Why? Because you keep your heart rate under 135, and you need to walk a lot of steps in a day if you want to lose weight fast. So GLP is going to help with cravings. It's going to help. What I've noticed a lot is mood lift, inflammation. I've had 4 ACLs, 2 in each knee. It's going to help with the hunger craving. My personal experience, I'm down 12 pounds in a month, but I wanted to do it super fast. We have a cruise coming up, and I was, have you ever seen a picture of yourself and been like, okay, I can do better? And it kind of jump starts you. Well, my jump start, I wanted to go fast. How do you go fast in losing weight? You can take a product, but normally for me to jump into something and go really fast to weight loss, it's to get rid of a lot of carbs. If you want to go fast, if you're eating carbs, what happens is your blood sugar rises. When your blood sugar rises, your insulin rises, and you hold on to fat or you gain fat. And hopefully today I can help you with that. So what has been my experience when I take GLP? The food cravings, meaning how fast I'm hungry again, has been really prolonged, but also I'm not eating carbs. So normally when I don't eat carbs, when I say I don't eat carbs, some days none at all, maybe the most in a day, 20 carbs, 30. That's not a lot. So, hey, Kathy, hope you're doing well. So what that means is normally when I'm not eating carbs, I'm mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, tired. What I've noticed with GLP, I don't see all them things. But the main thing I noticed is I'm not hungry like every 30 to 45 minutes because I'm only eating protein. But hopefully today that I can help people understand why you might not be losing weight. First off, you got to count your calories. I know how to not eat the right calories. What does that mean? 1 ingredient items. So this is an avocado, right? First off, you need to buy organic avocados. It's been shown in studies that they do a certain engineering to avocados that make them weigh more and therefore ruin the nutrients in an avocado. But do you know that there's been studies with avocados that have shown that when you eat avocados with your food, it actually helps you lose belly fat? So avocados is a game changer, but also 1 ingredient items are like red bell pepper. Did you know when you eat red meat, if you eat red bell pepper, it helps to digest the red meat. So we eat red bell pepper, organic, when we eat red meat. What kind of red meat should you eat? Grass-fed, if you can. Also, what do a lot of people do when they start to take GLP? They might be eating McDonald's, Diet Cokes. I mean, Diet Cokes are horrible for you. You have to drink water if you want to super speed your weight loss. Also, if you want to be hydrated. A lot of people's weight loss is tied to being dehydrated. If your body's dehydrated, it's going to hold water. You're going to feel even worse. You're going to feel what I call lethargic. You're going to have headaches. I mean, a lot of migraines are from people being dehydrated. You know, high salt content is been proven for people to live longer, less heart disease. As we've been taught, salt is bad for you. So we eat Himalayan pink salt on all of our food. But also, if you're going to eat butter, you got to eat real butter. So what kind of butter you eat? Why do I ask that? Because seed oils, your body, what a lot of people don't even know what seed oils are. Seed oils are something really your body cannot process. And when it cannot process, you're not in a healthy state. Why do most people get burnt by the sun? It's not because the sun's gotten brighter, it's because our food has gotten worse. I don't ever wear sunscreen anymore because I've been educated on seed oils are bad for you. So what do we do in our house? We cook with beef tallow. Beef tallow has a high sear point, meaning you can crank up the gas, the stove, the grill, and it's not going to get to such a high point that it actually becomes bad for you. That's why we don't cook in olive oil. It doesn't have a high sear point or cooking point. So we put olive oil on our food, but we don't put it in the pan. But also, since I've been using not eating seed oils, meaning cooking my food, also you know, what I see in a lot of people, they don't understand how bad condiments are for them. They look on this and think, oh, it's organic. Well, this is organic, and this is, if you made with olive oil, that means my body can process it, but also seed oils turn into very bad things in the body, inflammation. Also, when you go out in the sun, you get sunburnt. And why is skin cancer so prevalent in our society? Because people haven't been educated on seed oils. So find food that doesn't have seed oils. A lot of people's weight loss is tied to the amount of inflammation they have in their body, but also the amount of activity that they want to do. I mean, you go into someone that says they know health, and you go into their refrigerator and you look at their ketchup, and their ketchup is Heinz, or what's the other one? I can't remember the other one because we haven't bought it in so long. Then you turn the label around and it's a bunch of sugar. But here's another big thing, high fructose corn syrup. Your body can't process again. So you're constantly adding sugar. You're constantly adding high fructose corn syrup, seed oils that your body cannot process. Therefore, you don't see weight loss. if you're going to do this life, I think it's very important because we don't have much time. If you want to feel good, you want to look good, main thing, you want to be active and not have all the contaminants in your body. So, you know, as we look here, another big one on my list is a lot of people switch from milk. Milk is very inflammatory if you're buying, you know, store-bought, mass-produced milk. So they switch to almond milk. Did you know almonds are one of the most highest things that glyphosate, which is Roundup, is sprayed on food? What happens when you eat food high in Roundup or glyphosate? It actually ruins your digestive system. It's very inflammatory. You're literally eating something that is sprayed to kill things. And it's prevalent in our society. So find foods. This is organic. It'll say, like, a lot of people eat oatmeal. Did you know oatmeal is one of the highest for Roundup? So you have to find a company that says no glyphosate, no glyphosate. A lot of people's weight loss, their leaky gut, the issues they're having in their body is because they're eating seed oils, glyphosate, high fructose corn syrup, genetically modified food. Genetically modified food, your body can't even process the food. It sees it as a foreign substance. So, water. What kind of water are you drinking? That's my next question. A lot of people are drinking purified water. Purified water is, might as well drink your tap water. You got to drink spring water. Spring water keeps your body closest to the natural alkalinity, and also it hydrates your body the best. So, you know, maybe, you know, okay, bread. Bread, the curse. Did you know wheat used to be 2 ingredients, now in the United States is 30? But also look at that bread at the bottom. No seed oils. This is what our kids eat because we've been educated, and hopefully through this video you get educated. Go, just do research. A lot of people I see in health, I teach people health, they don't teach people the foundational principles of health. Okay, how many calories? How much movement are you doing? What kind of food are you eating? Well, I eat salad. Well, okay, lettuce is horrible for you if it's not organic. Go look up lettuce and what's been done to it. So, you know, what if you really understand health? If you're still eating high fructose corn syrup, seed oils, glyphosate-ridden food, what are you cooking your foods in? If you cook food and vegetable oil, you're eating a very inflammatory diet, and inflammation leads to not only you feeling like crap, it leads to all kinds of disease, cancers, but also holding on to weight gain. So to lose weight, you have to get movement, you have to look at your calories, and you have to change your lifestyle. You can't just keep eating the same things and also take this GLP and think, oh, this is a miracle. Well, you have to change your lifestyle. But also, look, if you're not on kinetic, most people, when they get older, their energy goes down. But also, if you're going to be calorie deficient and also you're going to be moving, you want to have some energy. This is the best energy product I've ever taken. It has hydration, mood, focus, clarity, and 200 milligrams of caffeine, but also the way it's been formulated, you do not get the jitters or the crash. So you can definitely feel this product mentally to feel motivated, but also physically to be motivated. A lot of people only do this. Okay, let's go over some things. Purify. Okay, if I just went over condiments, and also let's go over one ingredient items. Chicken, where's your chicken coming from? Beef, what kind of beef are you eating? What kind of fish? I mean, I know this is a lot. Wild fish is what you need to eat. Salmon that has been farmed is horrific for you. Go look it up. Don't just listen to me. So what kind of meats are you eating? If you're pulling through Chick-fil-A thinking you're eating healthier, you're not. You're eating horrible. I mean, in the bun, I think there's 30 to 40 ingredients in Chick-fil-A. Look, you might love Chick-fil-A, but don't say I haven't lost weight, or I feel like crap, or I don't see any difference. You can't make a difference in your body if you're not wanting to make a difference in your lifestyle. So, purify. We are, as my wife says all the time, we're either breathing, eating, or touching toxins every day. If you can smell exhaust on a car, that toxin's inside of you. If you smell bleach, that toxin's inside of you. But also heavy metals, if you've had vaccines, if you've had medications, all kind of things, even fillings in your mouth. Old fillings used to be metal. You have heavy metals. If you're drinking out of plastic, you have heavy metals. Look at this from Amy Lafitte, methyl blue. That's another whole topic. This is, if you're drinking out of plastic bottles, you have heavy metals. So, what's a good detox? If you're going to start GLP, and you're going to start, and you want to super speed your weight loss and how you feel, take one purify in the morning, one purify in the afternoon for 2 weeks. This will jumpstart your weight loss and also getting toxins out of the body. As my wonderful wife says all the time, look, if you're going to clean a hoarder's house, you don't just start to clean, you get rid of the junk. It's the same thing with your body. So when I came back from Nicaragua, I saw that picture of myself. I got drowned. I was out of shape. I said, this ain't going to happen. I came back and jump-started my health. I cut my carbs. I increased my activity. And I took, hey, Carol, hope you're doing well. Amy's back. So I took Purify in the morning, Purify at night for 2 weeks to get rid of the toxins, but also to clean the 5 channels of elimination out of my diet. We're going back to inflammation. A lot of people, their inflammation so high because of inflammatory lifestyle, but also you've been eating an inflammatory diet for a long time. So we need to get the inflammation down. 1930s, a German doctor proved that disease and cancer cannot grow in an alkaline state in the body. What is an alkaline state? Alkaline means you're not inflamed. So just let's put weight loss aside. One of your main goals in life should want to live in a deflamed way. So what is that? Well, you can do it with your diet, but you can also do it with Revive. I take this as soon as I wake up, and I take it when I go to bed. Why? First off, I don't want to have disease and cancer. Time is very important. If you have people that love you, if you love other people, if you understand you're here for a purpose, if you wake up, you have air in your lungs, that means God has a purpose for you. And our life is a vapor, as the Bible says. We have a 2-hour window in God's. So what should we do? First and foremost, we should take care of our health, but also we should deflame our body. You know, for me, if you're going to commit to health, it's a lifestyle, but also it's the understanding what is hurting us. Well, if you're sick all the time, I would say sickness is your body telling you there's something wrong. I hear all the time, oh, I'm sick every other week. I have this. No, you have either a very bad understanding of health. You have a vitamin D deficiency. You do not go in the sun. You sit inside on a blue screen all the time. You scroll endlessly. I could go through the reasoning. I'm telling you all this. Or a lot of you have parasites. And parasites show themselves in sickness, in breathing, in many different forms and fashions. It's a whole nother thing. A lot of people haven't been cleaned out of parasites. Therefore, when they eat, their stomach rounds. They are addicted to sugar. They wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning. They're sick every 2 to 3 weeks. So that's a whole different thing. And you know, a lot of times people can't lose weight because they're infested with parasites. But also immune. You can't be very active if you're not healthy. With the fast-paced life that we are living, I never get sick. Why? I take this product, and if I see anyone sick in my household, I take it twice a day. Maybe in the afternoon, if I need a little energy pickup, I take Immune. Your immune system is a big part of your energy. So immune is huge for this. I'm type O blood type. Type O blood type is predisposed to slow thyroid. One of the big reasons a lot of people can't lose weight but also feel tired is their thyroid is slow. Iodine is missing in diets. It's used to be in a lot of the salt. iodine. I put 1 drop of this in my water in the morning, maybe 2, and it helps me stay energized, lean, all the things. What is another big one? I mean, this is not our product, but ashwagandha, I probably said that wrong, but what does that do? It lowers cortisol, a lot of people's cortisol. If you're super stressed out, you're not going to lose weight as fast because your cortisol level's sky high. So let's just go over some things that you can do. First off, it's been proven when you eat to go walk for 10 minutes. Oh, I can't do that. Well, you can do it at night. If you want to lose weight, don't complain about GLP if you're not committed to do some of the things to jumpstart your weight loss. 10-minute walk after you eat every single time will burn visceral fat, lower your blood sugar. Your blood sugar is your biggest enemy. Here's the American diet. High carbs in the morning, then they eat lunch, a bunch of processed food. They're going out. By the way, when you go out, did you know, my son even does this at 18 years old. He tells them, I want my fries cooked in olive oil or real butter. So I cannot eat seed oils. So, when you go to restaurants and say, hey, I don't want gluten. Why don't we, well, it's not people are gluten sensitive. It's because gluten is very high, once again, in glyphosate. So that's the main thing that's making people sick. But also, it has 30 different ingredients for wheat that used to be 2. Why can you go to Greece? Why can you go to these other countries where it's actually made right and they eat bread for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you never gain any weight? Because it's natural. It goes into the body sees it as natural, and it doesn't hold on to it. It's not processed, it's not foreign, it's not really rancid chemicals, which is genetically modified, but also glyphosate. So what can you do? You can, even when you go out, ask them, hey, cook my food in real butter or olive oil, so you're not getting vegetable, all the things. You can do the 10-minute walk, but also the American diet is carb, 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 carb. And here's what I know to jumpstart weight loss. Your last meal of the day should not be past 8 p.m. First off, you're going to sleep a lot better, but also that last meal, high fat. So what's high fat? You can do this. You could do real butter. You could put olive oil in your food. You could do sunflower seeds, organic almonds. And that last meal, again, for me to jumpstart is one ingredient foods. So sweet potato, not in the last meal, right? If I'm eating carbs. But also when I go to that last meal, it's high fat and high protein. Another thing, eat your protein first. Eat the protein on your plate first. Also, organic asparagus is going to naturally get the water weight off of you that you're holding. When people lose 5 pounds in a day, they didn't lose fat in a day. They lost inflammation, or they lost the water weight that they're holding. So also, what else that I do is fasting 16 hours. So if my last meal is at 8 p.m., then my first meal the next day is at 12 p.m. But you could also, if you really want to speed up weight loss, you could do double fasting. What does that mean? 16 hours not eating, 8 hours eating. So you're not eating past 8 p.m. And then if you really want to jumpstart, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to go on a walk. Remember, walking is the best for fat loss. And I'm not going to get into all that, but under 135, most people don't lose visceral fat because it's hard to lose. Walking has been shown. But also double fasting. That means Sunday night, when you go from 12 to 8 and you're eating, that last meal at 8 p.m., you're not going to eat again until Monday night at 8 p.m. If you double fast, meaning 16 hours off, 8 hours of eating all week, and then Monday you double fast, Sunday night you double fast, you're going to jumpstart losing visceral fat off your body and fat. What happens when your body doesn't have food and you're overweight? It's going to use fat to do that as well. So double fasting is great. What else I got here? So we're counting calories. We're trying to get out genetically modified food. Glyphosate is almost in everything now. Glyphosate ruins your gut. It's leading to all kinds of things that we're seeing in kids. High fructose corn syrup, we're getting rid of that. Look at all these condiments, all these snacks that we are feeding ourselves and our kids are actually poison. We're looking at processed foods. We're looking at seed oils. Alcohol, this is a big one. Hey, I'm just going to eat healthy. I'm going to drink wine at night. Well, it ain't going to happen. You're not going to be, this can't supersede your bad lifestyle. Why do I say that? You can drink if you want to, but don't say you're not losing weight, because what happens when you drink alcohol messes up your metabolism and also raises, once again, the insulin levels, the blood sugar levels. And when you go to sleep, guess what? Insulin level, blood sugar high, your body is not going to be in a fat burning state, and also it's going to hold weight. So we're going to look at wine and alcohol consumption. But all of this is going to lead, if you add all this and you start to understand the body, then you're going to feel better, you're going to sleep better, you're going to look better, and you are going to live longer. But when you add products like this, and you look, and maybe you're a male and you have low libido. Did you know that if you take Vitality twice a day, it'll skyrocket your libido? Try it, even for women. So take this in the morning, take this in the afternoon. You're gonna have more energy because of the B vitamins, amino acids. But since it has a perfect ratio of amino acids, you take this twice a day, it's gonna raise your libido naturally. Well, that's good, right? So, but also, what does this product do? Look, you can't just take this and not take other things. Why? Because most of the time your weight gain is because you're eating empty calories. You're eating calories, but the food is empty of nutrition. Your body is made like an Indy car. It needs nutritional content. The reason why most people are feeling starving is because they are eating bad food, empty calories, meaning there's no nutritional content in the food, therefore they're feeling starving. But what I've noticed in getting healthier, eating good food, adding good supplements, I'm not starving all day long as well. That means I'm staying in more of, I can't say optimal, what everybody else would say, really good health. But to me, I know I could have gotten leaner, I could have done better. And when you about die in the water because you're so out of shape, then you start to really understand, okay, I'm not in really good shape like I think. So I came back, and so GLP, it's not going to, give you the digestive enzymes, the probiotics. It's not going to give you the greens, the superfoods, the vitamins and the minerals, the omegas, all the things that you get in this product for $65 a month. You can't afford not to take this monthly. This is a game changer in your health. I take this, my son takes this, he's 6'3". I think my daughter now is an inch taller than my wife, so she's pushing 5'8". Why do I believe? Because we put through my son, thank God. Most people look at the bad. Well, God's taught me to look at what the bad do to get me to the good side. Because what was meant for bad, God uses for good. So what happened for my son going through these health challenges, it really educated this household to look better, feel better, and also, look, our son is 6'3" now, our daughter's going on 5'8". Why do I think that? Good products. They're not getting this in food. Even organic food, they're not getting what they need nutritionally. And our responsibility is to get understanding, and through understanding is using that understanding as wisdom. Wisdom is meaning, okay, now I've gained this understanding, I'm going to take that understanding and I'm going to be wise and put it into use. So, look, this is a game changer. All these products are a game changer. We take them daily in our house. Don't just take this and think it's going to do, look, if I don't believe just weight loss, should be what you're after. I think longevity and also how you feel should be. This is an add too. When you eat food, if you eat one ingredient items, this right here is a one ingredient item. If you add avocado to your meal, yes, we've heard about the skin and what it makes you look like, but also go look at what avocado does on belly fat and stuff like that. So, but here's what I've noticed with eating healthy. Once you eat healthy for long enough, you don't need all this. I mean, now that I'm 4 weeks in, my wife and I are eating salads with nothing on them. Why for so long did I have to have something on my salad? Because my taste buds were horrible, horrific, processed, and also the habit was to eat French fries and then do what? Put ketchup on it so it tastes good. Well, once you get all the toxins out of your body, once you get used to eating a healthy lifestyle, then you don't need to put all the sauces. And what I've noticed is with GLP is it helped me do something that would take 2 months to do, doing all the things that I've tried to help you with today, but it actually did it in a couple weeks. So that was a significant thing because what does it do? It's going to regulate insulin levels. Insulin levels and blood sugar levels is going to help you keep the storage of fat down, but also the hunger cravings is spread out longer. My mood lift, you know, usually you're all down and you're not eating zero carbs. So GLP is definitely needed, and so is all the other products. So remember, when you're going to go to lose weight, the first thing you need to look at is, am I going to change my lifestyle? Secondly, how many calories am I going to eat every day? Third, am I going to get active? If you're not going to get active, if you're not going to walk, if you're not going to do any activity, you can't expect for it to go fast. Fourthly, are you going to look at what you're putting in your body? So if you're putting in the same things, people that don't look at the calories don't understand. So say they go to Panera and they order a salad and they don't even understand that salad is 1,000 calories. That's half your calories for a day, and you're wanting to be calorie deficient if you want to go fast. So start paying attention. Don't just take GLP and only pay attention to the scale. Pay attention to what contributes to the scale. And once you get educated on this and also the products that you're putting in your body, can my body consume and release? Consume, take, put it into the cell, take, put it into muscle building, put it into bodybuilding, put it into the goodness of the body? Or is what I'm putting in the body holding on to because my body cannot break down, my body doesn't know what it is, I'm actually putting it in a very foreign subject and my body's not meant to tear that down, therefore it holds it. What are you putting in your body? Get educated on that. And I look forward to having much more people have success on GLP because they're adding all the products that go, it's synergistic. I mean, you can't have a bicycle with just handlebars. You need a seat, you need the chain, you need the pedals for the thing to move. It's the same thing with the human body. It's the same thing in business. It's the same thing. It's synergistic. There's things that you have to put together for it to work well. And that's what I look for you to do today. Look, if you like this video, tag. You can also copy the link. You can send it to your people, but also tag them in the comments. And also when you join this this Facebook Live, make sure that you put in the comments what your takeaways were, what spoke to you the most, what you learned from it. Because this is, look, what I've learned over a long period of time, and my wife, and hopefully this helped each and every one of you, and that it'll help the team, it'll help you get healthy. When we see the rising of cancer, when we see the rising of heart disease, when we see the rise of dementia, Alzheimer's, all these things, autism, all the things that we're seeing rising, what has changed? the things we're putting on our body, the things, heck, I just saw a thing from tampons. Horrific. I don't want my daughter using any of them tampons. They're more toxic than almost anything that you could put in your mouth or on your skin. So we have to be educated on what is changing the health of the United States. And it is the lack of understanding what's in our foods. So hopefully this helped everyone, and God bless. Remember, GLP can work if you decide to work with it. Love you guys.